Welcome to Learning Virtually. This is Mr. Mitzel. I'm going to take you through lesson one on how to access the English classroom while you guys are away from school. All right, because this is a lesson, I've got a learning target for you. By the end of this lesson, I will understand how I will participate in virtual learning and I will complete my first tutorial lesson. I'll show I've been successful by scoring at least an 80% on my exit ticket in Google Forms. All right, before I go any further, make sure you click that bell to receive notification, like, and subscribe. All right, here we go. Everything we're going to do is in Google Classroom. Make sure you remember your login. First dot last at nnschools.org. That's nnschools with an S.org. We have people putting in gmail.com and then they're trying to request access for documents. You already have access. It's with your school account. Of course, your password is your regular password. I've got 5 things, 5 tips that you need to keep in mind as we start learning in this new format. All right, number one, you need to check in every single day, Monday through Friday. I'll have an assignment for you, I'll have a lesson for you, something for you to do each day. Number two, you need to click turn in on all your assignments. So as I post it up there for you, you complete it, you click turn in. Number three, don't rush through your work. Now, you're turning it in. If it's rush work, it's not correct, I'm going to turn it back to you and you're going to have to resubmit it in order to get credit. I understand and Miss Mason understands that you have other classes other than English. You've got math, you have science, you have social studies. And because of that, we made sure that we're going to be to the point. What do you need to learn? How are you going to learn it? And then how are you going to show that you learned it? All right, simple as that. Not a lot of extra outside work, just the lesson and then you showing that you understand it. All right, now we say don't rush. Also, don't work so slowly that your assignments pile up. If you don't finish something today and it gets pushed off to tomorrow, now you got extra work to do tomorrow. And after 2 or 3 days, it's going to look like you have a lot of work. Number four, all of your teachers are going to hold office hours in the morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and in the afternoon from 1 until 2. What that means is we're going to be at email. In case you have questions, you can email us and then we'll get back to you. Now, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of questions early on. So if you want your question answered early, you need to submit it early. You can get me on email. You can also message me through Student View and you can contact me through Google Classroom. All of those are totally fine. The last thing, number five, you need to read something on your own. It's your choice every single day. I've got a couple of options up here. If you have a book at home, read your book. If you read online, read online. If you get the newspaper or a magazine, both of those are fine. But if you don't have something that you read every day on your own, here are your choices, or some of your choices. Newsela.com is a great site, lots of articles. You will find something that is interesting to you. Common Lit is exactly the same type of thing. Lots of articles, lots of stories for you to read. You can search, you can find something that is of interest to you. Now, if neither of those are working, they're just not your thing, you all have access to Achieve 3000. You're welcome to jump in there. There is a search function in Achieve. You can look at any of the articles that are in that program for your own individual reading. Now, some of those articles have questions attached to them. Unless we're using Achieve 3000 for your lesson of the day, you don't need to answer the questions for your independent reading. If it's part of the lesson, you do need to answer the questions, and we'll make that very clear to you. But someone will say, well, can I answer the question if I'm just reading independently? Yes. Some people remember that Achieve 3000 has a point system built in. You want to be the top scorer of the week or top scorer of the month, top scorer for the school. Go ahead, answer the questions. But I caution you, don't just click through the answers because I'm going to see your grade at the end. You don't want to have a 38 just because you wanted to click through the answers. If you're going to answer them, you need to answer them right. And remember that the minimum for those questions are 75% on your first attempt. Now we're going to jump over to Google Classroom. Remember, it's first name dot last name for your login at nnschools.org. All right, go ahead and open our class. You'll see right here on the stream that I have those 5 tips posted right here in the middle. And then I've got something called Lesson 1, Tuesday, March 17th. That's your lesson for today. And then the exit ticket for Lesson 1. Don't open the exit ticket until you've completed the lesson. You won't be able to answer it. I always tell you, click on classwork to access your assignments, and you'll see right here the heading Virtual Learning Lessons, Lesson 1, and then the exit ticket. Go ahead and open the document that's built into Lesson 1. All right, you're going to see this document every single day. It's going to be the same document, just with the day's lesson in it. It's the template that we're all going to use, so you'll know exactly what to look at first. This is going to be the first thing that you open every day. You'll see your learning target at the top, but it says you're successful when you've achieved an 80% on your exit ticket today. I have a little note that you need to read. It's just some communication between me and you that you need to know. And then it says read this next. The second thing you're going to read is some details uh, regarding the things that I just talked about in this video. Here are your 5 tips again. And then it says continue on to the next section. This is a 2-pager. This is section 3. I'm going to put part of your assignment in these documents, so you need to read each part. It says right here, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to read various nonfiction texts. I want you to write 1 or 2 sentences about something that you would be interested in reading about. You're going to tell me what it is if you don't think I'm going to know, all right? That's your chance to explain. That way, when it's time for us to do questions or time for us to practice a skill, maybe we use the article that was your idea that a lot of people are interested in. Okay, and here's the last part. After you finish this template, you're going to jump over to back into Google Classroom and you do your exit ticket. Remember, you have to turn this in. You have to turn this document in when you're finished after you've typed your response and you've read those two messages from me. All right, once you've turned it in, go back to Google Classroom. You're going to click on your exit ticket. It'll open up. And it's just like any other exit ticket that you've seen, just like your vocab quizzes. You just click your answers. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm michael.mitzel@nn.k12.va.us to send me an email. You can also contact me through Google Classroom, and you can contact me through Student View. I look forward to communicating with you all in the next couple of days. Go ahead and finish today's lesson, finish your exit ticket, and submit. And then I'll be back on here tomorrow with tomorrow's lesson. Have a great day.